Blizzard, for the love of God, if you're delaying Overwatch until 2022 or you're going to announce next month the game is not coming out this year, at least give us a new hero. We cannot go another year without a hero. Before I show you guys what is going on in this video and some of the news bits we need to talk about, this needs to be said. Like, we don't have a release date for Overwatch 2. So the game actually can't be delayed. And that's totally fine, right? That's what Blizzard have been doing all of this time. They don't want to give us a date and then come out and say, oh, guys, it's delayed. They don't like doing that, and that's completely understandable. The issue is we need content for Overwatch. We can't sit here for another year without major content being added to the game. And the more I look at Overwatch as a game, what is the main draw of this game? Well, it's new heroes. Everybody loves the heroes. When a new hero comes out, people go crazy for the game. We see massive traffic spikes across YouTube, across Twitch. All of you guys come back. Everybody's the same. You get hyped because there's new content. Yeah, maps are fine. Mini events are fine. New skins are fine. But heroes are what define this game. So it is complete insanity to me that after Echo, Blizzard came out and said, look, it's 2020. We're not releasing any new heroes after March. That's fine. Because we think, okay, we're going to get Overwatch 2 probably the end of 2020, or maybe we get Overwatch 2 in 2021. However, everything is pointing towards we're not going to see it this year, and it's probably going to be next year. All right, then. I've made my plea, guys. I hope you agree with that, because we just need new heroes. We need new substantial content in the game. Yes, I'm sure Blizzard would argue Kanazaka is substantial content. The fact is, though, Kanazaka is a free-for-all deathmatch map. Not many people are going to be playing on that really long term. Yeah, it's a cool map. Yeah, it's got cool lore. We need new heroes. All right, let's get stuck into the video. This is the Japanese voice actor for Genji. Now, I'm going to say listen to what he says. Obviously, I'm not expecting a lot of you guys to be able to speak Japanese. I cannot speak Japanese myself, but I'm going to run the clip and then I'm going to show you a translation of what we've just seen. Essentially, this is Genji's voice actor, his Japanese voice actor, saying, I have not recorded any Overwatch 2 voice lines. Do I still have a job? Check this out.
오버워치도 계속 녹음을 하고 계시잖아요.
네, 오버워치도 계속 녹음을 하고 있는데 아직 오버워치 2 소식도 좀 없는 것 같고.
그러니까 이제 다음 달에 발표잖아요.
어떻게 돼가십니까, 블리자드 여러분?
아직
뭐만 빠진 건 아니겠죠?
녹음을 아직 안 하셨어요?
오버워치 2에 관한 뭔가 녹음은 없었습니다. 근데 뭐 앞으로 진행에 따라서 또 뭐 연락이 올 수도 있겠죠.
진짜 겐지가
빠지나? 그렇게 오버워치 2 그 프로모션 영상에서 멋있게 나오던데 류진우 킹오쿠라에
빠질 리는 없겠죠.
팔을 서걱
팔을 서걱.
예, 그런 장면이 나왔는데.
Thank you to Evenstar61324 for the translation. And this is what he said. Interviewer, you're still working on Overwatch, right? And the VA says, yeah, I'm still working on Overwatch, but I haven't heard anything about Overwatch 2. So the interviewer goes on to say, right, isn't it supposed to be announced next month? And the VA says, what's going on, Blizzard? I'm not fired, am I? And the interviewer goes, you didn't record yet? And then the VA says, once again, nothing related to Overwatch 2. Okay, so what does this mean? Well, when we look at games development, I remember I'm not a game dev. I don't really understand any of this stuff. But I would assume that you would start recording the voice lines as you're producing the content. However, it's also got to be said, this is localization. Now, the English versions of the voiceover stuff is most likely done before any of the other languages. I would imagine that localization, when translations come into all the various languages around the world where Overwatch needs to be converted into, generally happens towards the end of production cycle. So, yeah, this does give us some hints, though, doesn't it? Because if we work off that, then it does mean they're nowhere near to finishing this game. And we're probably going to see another year, maybe even a year and a half, before this is actually done. Unless they don't have any plans for Genji to do any of his voice lines in Japanese, which sounds pretty wrong, because I'm sure they do want the Japanese version of the game finished when Overwatch 2 comes out. You get what I'm saying, guys? Interesting stuff. Let's take a look at the current open positions on the Overwatch team. Now, this is from the Blizzard website. You can go and check this out on the job site on Blizzard if you want to go and work at Blizzard and all that good stuff. However, there are a number of positions available for Overwatch 2. Now, again, this is all take it with a pinch of salt. They could just be rotating people in and out. What confuses me, though, is when I see the word lead, because that would imply somebody who is in charge of that certain aspect of development for the game. And surely you'd want them at the start of the development cycle, or at least near the start before you, well, start implementing all of this stuff. So check this out. The first one we've got is lead mission designer for Overwatch. Now, this is for the Overwatch team, and it's a lead mission designer on Overwatch. Yeah, this is a current job which is available. I mean, mission designers, you would expect that they were already designing a bunch of the missions already, and they had a lot ready to go if they were targeting a release anytime in 2021. Yeah, all right, let's move on to the next one. Lead game producer for technology on Overwatch 2. Now, this one specifically says Overwatch 2. However, the previous one with Overwatch, I mean, there's clear overlap there. And as we know, it's effectively one game, right? Overwatch and Overwatch 2, it's the same game. So it makes sense there'd be bleed over. Anyway, this is for, lead game producer on technology on Overwatch 2. Again, it's a lead position. That's what worries me. If you're still hiring for these positions, well, surely they should have been sorted out before production goes ahead. But as I said, remember, this could just be simple. People have left in these positions and they need to fill them, or maybe they've realized they need this position halfway through development. Who really knows? Still, it's interesting to highlight and talk about. And finally, this senior game producer on missions Overwatch 2. So again, this is a senior position. Surely you would expect this to be sorted before the game really got sort of into development. It's interesting. Then we have this from Gamehouse, and they're saying, according to an Overwatch League team source, the Overwatch League 2021 was moved back to make sure visas could get approved, and so that they could figure out the league format. With this, the source also stated that Overwatch 2 was not a reason for the later start, and that they do not expect to see Overwatch 2 for the 2021 season. For many, this news is not entirely unexpected, but disappointing. Yeah, right, okay. So talk about going into the end game here for Overwatch, and it looks like we're going to see a BlizzCon based off all the available evidence we've seen so far, which is going to be, yes, guys, we're working on Overwatch 2. These are some new features and stuff we've got going, and that's great. If that's the case, then there will be a bit of an outcry from the community. It'll be like, what have you been doing, Blizzard, for all these years? You told us about Overwatch 2 in 2019, and then, you don't really have much to show. But you know what I think the major issue here is? It's not Overwatch 2. Like, games take a long time to develop, and I'll state my opinion on this right now. I want Overwatch 2 to be a good game. I don't want it to be a rushed game. I want it to be a feature-complete game. I want it to be a good game. I love Overwatch, and I want Overwatch 2 to succeed. For it to do that, it needs development time. It needs the right team in place. We do know the development team has been growing for Overwatch in recent years, and this is all good stuff, right? We want a good game. The problem is Overwatch. This is a stale game. I'm just going to straight up say it. It is a stale game. Whatever way you want to spin this, if you want to go back and watch Jeff's previous dev update where he's like, we got 40 updates to the game, or balance updates, or whatever they said. We've got, now we've got Kanazaka. We're about to get Chinese Lunar New Year event. Yeah, awesome stuff, great. But let's be real here. Like, those are not really good enough in this day and age. We need new content. And like I said at the top of this video, no, let me rephrase that. We need new substantial content. And I think they're saving their content to launch it for Overwatch 2. And that is a terrible decision, because you need to keep this game alive. Other game companies out there can continue to develop new content for future titles while keeping their current titles alive. And I very much get the opinion now, or the feeling from the community, and I'm holding this opinion as well, that you do, and I am starting to feel like sort of left out in the cold here, where we're just like, well, yeah, we've got these minimal updates to Overwatch. It's a bit hard to get excited about them all the time. Where's the new heroes? Yeah, they've decided to stop making the new heroes because they're fully focused on Overwatch 2. That's great, guys. But you've got a massive game here that's sitting just stagnating away because you're not giving it the attention it needs. And I think that's the issue we've got as an Overwatch community. So how do they fix this? Well, there still is the outside chance that a lot of substantial stuff is announced at BlizzCon in a month. And also we see a lot of maybe there's like a playable beta coming up soon, or things like that. Maybe we see enough to tide us over. At which case, this video will sound a bit stupid, and we'll all look a bit stupid because whatever. However, if that's not the case, and it is very minimal, and they do come out and just say, look, yeah, we're still working on Overwatch 2, here's a new trailer, or an animated short, okay, we'll see you, in like a year's time maybe, but they probably won't give us a date. So again, we'll just be sitting out sort of in the cold, hoping and praying that we get some sort of content. Maybe they give us a new hero. Maybe this is the way to help with the stagnation. Maybe, or hopefully, if they are stagnating in terms of development for Overwatch 2 and it is taking time, they do come out and go, you know what, have a hero for BlizzCon, or maybe a hero goes on the PTR for BlizzCon and then it's playable in March. This has happened before. Maybe it'll happen again. Well, it's happened in March, let's say. BlizzCon's never happened in this month, but you get what I'm saying, guys. And so maybe then they start just releasing the heroes they've been working on. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on, or what we're going to have a clearer picture for the future of this game. I just feel that ignoring it for another year is going to be pretty bad. And will the game recover from that? Who knows? All right, guys, I've been Stylosa, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, you can subscribe to the channel. Like the videos really helps a lot as well. Commenting below, and comment below with how you feel. I want to read these comments. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Toodaloo.